Is your relationship codependent? Hey there, I'm Sharon Pope. I help strong and successful women who are struggling in disconnected marriages get the confidence and clarity they need to either fix the struggles in their marriage or move forward without regret. If you like what you hear and you find it helpful, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. Today we're talking about whether or not your relationship is codependent. Now, I had a client recently who was just an open-hearted, kind woman, but she had created quite a bit of codependence inside of her relationship. You see, he didn't have to show up as a father because she did everything as it related to taking care of the kids. If they needed something for school, she made sure they had it. If they needed a present to go to a friend's birthday party, she made sure they had it. Their favorite snacks in the cupboard, their clothes washed and put in the right drawer so they could find them. She did all of it. He also didn't have to manage his own insecurities or his own emotions, because what she would do is she would just orient her actions, sort of walking on eggshells, so that he wouldn't get triggered. And he didn't have to communicate his feelings, because the minute he just showed some sign of anger, she would shut down. She'd let it go. Whatever it was that she was bringing up that he got a little bit of anger about, she would shut down. And she did that because she wanted to keep the peace in the relationship, in the marriage, and in the family. I mean, she didn't like a lot of drama, right? That wasn't her thing. So her overtaking responsibility led to him undertaking responsibility. I mean, why should he manage his own life if she's going to do it for him? Why does he have to step into the role of being a father and a husband if he doesn't have to, right? Those are hard shoes to fill. Now, I think as human beings, we all just take the path of least resistance whenever we can. And he was doing it by not having to step into those roles as husband and father fully. But she was doing it also because she didn't want to have the difficult conversations and really talk about some things that needed to be addressed inside the relationship, right? So he became complacent, she became resentful, and the relationship became codependent. And so when we started working together, she really wanted to change that dynamic, and she thought that it was going to require him to change. He needed to step up. He needed to start taking responsibility, except that she had no control over her husband. So what could she do? A lot, actually. She could make space for him to step into that role of being a father. And the reason I say make space is because when we're so busy doing everything, there is no space for him to step in as an equal partner to you. And he doesn't have to, it's not required, right? But when you make space for him to be able to step into that role, now at least there's that possibility. She also needed to stop overtaking responsibility for his feelings and orienting her life around making sure he didn't get triggered. Because here's the deal. People's emotions and their reactions and the things that they get triggered about are theirs. They're not ours to manage. She was also going to need to have some difficult conversations, and she was going to need to learn how to set some healthy boundaries. Now, I know that we were brought up being essentially told, either spoken or unspoken, but that to be nice or to be a good wife means that you orient your entire life around what everyone else needs, oftentimes at the expense of ourselves. But when we do that, we enable our partners to underperform inside the relationship and frankly inside their own lives. And it creates codependency inside the relationship, which isn't healthy. And I think more importantly, it doesn't allow either of you to really stand in your power. If you think you might have some codependent tendencies inside of your relationship, and you really want to unravel that and make that change, then I would love to see if there's a fit for you and I to work together. There is a link in the notes field where you can schedule what I call a complimentary truth and clarity session, where we will explore if there's a fit for you and I to work together. If you like what you hear on this channel, I hope you'll subscribe. And if you want to be alerted every time that I post a new video, just click the red bell. All right? Take really good care.